First at 4, life after vaccination. The CDC just released new do's and don'ts for anyone who's fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Also, it's back to school for Paula Tubman.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, 20,000 Detroit students headed back to class. Only about 1,000 of them, however, had a teacher in that class. But why today might actually be a silver lining for the first day back to school. Karen?
All right, Paula, also blowing up the fairy tale. Fallout today from Harry and Meghan's interview. We have a report about breakfast at Buckingham Palace. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Karen. You know, it feels more like May than March, and we've got more of these 60-degree temperatures this week, but plenty of rain's coming with it. We'll look at all of that right now, first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4. It has been one of the big questions hanging over this phase of the coronavirus pandemic. Once you do get the vaccine, can you get back to a normal life? Kimberly Gill in the newsroom for us this afternoon with new guidance from the CDC. And Kim, life will change a bit after the vaccine, of course.
That's right. Karen, good afternoon. People who are fully vaccinated will have a little more leeway with social gatherings, but everyone still needs to proceed with caution. Probably the biggest change, fully vaccinated Americans can gather with other vaccinated people indoors without wearing a mask or social distancing. They can also visit unvaccinated people from a single household who are healthy and at low risk from the virus. For example, vaccinated grandparents can visit healthy grandchildren and children. The CDC did not offer specific guidance for going to places such as restaurants, but does say fully vaccinated people should continue to wear well-fitted masks in public, avoid large gatherings, and stay physically distanced in public places. Also, the agency is still discouraging any travel that's not considered necessary. The CDC director says this guidance will evolve.
Today's action represents an important first step. It is not our final destination. As more people get vaccinated, levels of COVID-19 infection decline in communities, and as our understanding of COVID immunity improves, we look forward to updating these recommendations to the public.
And the CDC is also advising vaccinated people you still need to get tested if you develop any symptoms that might be COVID related. So, Karen, we're going to chat with Dr. Frank McGeorge about these guidelines tonight at 5, and we hope you'll join us then. Until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Kim.
Sure thing.
The state's largest school district is now trying to reopen for in-person learning, but the city of Detroit is facing some big challenges, including a critical shortage of teachers willing to go back into the classroom. Our Paula Tutman shows us where things stand.
Outside Bow Elementary School on Detroit's west side, students, some for the first time ever, showed up to be taught by a teacher in person for the first time ever, like Mariah's twin sons who've been attending kindergarten remotely.
As far as them socializing with other children, I think that kids need that. So I'm excited. I'm excited for my kids.
The first quiz of the start of the new school year for in-person learning will be repeated every single day.
Head hot, nose running, coughing, throwing up, anything on your body hurt? Can you taste and eat your food?
The district has a confidence problem from teachers. Only 20 to 30% felt comfortable enough to return to in-person teaching.
Now I think it is time. Personally, I think it's time.
The district gets it. It's not enough to tell teachers that every humanly possible mitigation is being used to screen for COVID-19
temperature detected is normal
and keep it out. Teachers need to see it to believe it.
I'm encouraged that as the days pass, the months pass, more teachers will come back to school, be in the classrooms, because our students are asking for that, our families are asking for that.
And so today, President of the Detroit Federation of Teachers, representing 3,000 DPSCD teachers, and the district superintendent, representing 50,000 students, of whom 20,000 want face-to-face learning options, the two leaders of the district, often at odds and miles apart, stood only 6 feet apart to inspect the school buildings together.
Good morning. Dr. Beebe and Mr. Martin.
With so few teachers, only about 1,000 students will get actual benefit of some sort of face-to-face learning experience. The other 19,000 will spend their days in learning centers, in front of a monitor, being taught remotely. This was not just a big first day for Mariah's twins, but also the district, as the rep for the teachers and the rep for the students see things the same way.
I can say that the district has done everything that the district can do to ensure safety, to ensure that mitigation strategies are in place. And for folks who are comfortable and are on the edge, if you're on the fence and you're thinking about coming in, things are being done at the schools that we've been at so far to really assist and make sure that folks are safe.
Okay, so let's contextualize this, because that statement from President Terrence Martin of the DFT is extraordinary. Keep in mind that last year, for the first day of school, they were miles apart. The teachers union felt unheard. They said they hadn't been in schools. All of that has changed. President Martin will be speaking to the rank and file on Thursday, given his report, and that $750 per quarter hazard pay. It's very possible more teachers will start coming back into the classrooms, and these numbers are just going to turn around. Today was extraordinary. So I don't want that to be lost. Today was extraordinary.
Especially for those twin little boys showing up on their first day of school. It's cool to see.
Yeah, adorbs.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Paula. Well, the state continues its efforts to expand the COVID vaccine to more people across Michigan. Today, residents 50 years and older with a pre-existing medical condition or disability are now eligible to receive a vaccine. Another vulnerable population, the homeless, are also eligible. Meantime, the state reports more than 1,900 new cases and 4 deaths over the past 2 days. Also, Governor Whitmer calling out the legislature's handling of federal COVID relief. MSNBC this morning, she says Republican lawmakers are holding back funding to get her to give up her powers to respond to the pandemic.
They know that's never going to happen, and it's just really sad because we got to deploy these dollars to get our kids safely back in school, to help small businesses that have been struggling, to help people who've been struggling, and to build out our vaccine rollout. And so for our legislature to play this dangerous game with resources we desperately need is really disappointing. But sadly, we've got to continue to try to do everything we can to move forward.
The legislature is in the process of sending Whitmer a $4 billion spending plan. She can veto the parts that limit her powers or veto the entire thing. We'll keep you posted. We are learning more about a death investigation in Lincoln Park involving a newborn baby. Police responded to a call Saturday after someone found a bag in a wooded area near Fort Street and St. John's. That's when officers found the newborn baby dead inside the bag. Investigators are still trying to determine when that child was born, and they're also looking for the child's parents. Tonight at 5, we'll update the investigation and have a report from Lincoln Park, where so many people are shaken up by this discovery. Michigan Secretary of State's office is working on a huge technology upgrade, but there will be a little short-term pain. Many services will be unavailable from 5 p.m. this Thursday through 9 a.m. Friday morning. That includes online services, self-service stations, and branch office appointments. Most voting services will not be affected. We're told the upgrade will combine all driver and vehicle records into one integrated system designed to improve service in the future. Don't need much improvement over the forecast. It is gorgeous out there after kind of a chilly weekend. It is a beautiful Monday, Ben.
Yeah, huge departure from where we were at on Sunday, Karen. Look at these numbers, 65 right now at Metro Airport. The coldest spot is up in Sandusky, and that's at 58. But when you do the math between Sunday and today, look at these. We haven't seen this shade on this map in a while. 30 degrees warmer in Grosse Ile than the number that we were looking at on Sunday afternoon. Things are going to change as we head towards the week. In fact, we're going to take a step back tomorrow, but weather impacts are low there. They really pick up on Wednesday and Thursday, and especially that Thursday system. A rumble or two of thunder cannot be ruled out as we look at quite a bit of rain there. And then we start cleaning things up for the weekend. We'll talk about how many more 60s are yet to come in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right. Thank you, Ben. A last-minute appeal has pushed back the trial of the former police officer facing charges in the death of George Floyd. Protesters had gathered in Minneapolis for jury selection this morning when the judge pushed pause. The prosecution wants to reinstate a third-degree murder charge. Right now, Derek Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter, but reinstating the third-degree count could improve the odds of a conviction once jury selection does get started, and that could take at least 3 weeks. Will disappointment lead to any further delays for the newest COVID relief bill? The House of Representatives could vote tomorrow on the updated package passed by the Senate over the weekend. The Senate version does not include an increase in the minimum wage, and extended federal unemployment benefits have been cut from $400 to $300. Progressive Democrats aren't happy about those changes, but the bill is expected to pass. The plan does include $1,400 stimulus payments to many Americans. Help me, Hank, taking a look at how quickly they might arrive and what else you need to know. Still ahead, an emotional meeting for Pope Francis before he left Iraq. He comforts a father who lost so much. First, a rough morning at the palace, how Queen Elizabeth apparently spent the morning after Harry and Meghan's blockbuster interview. Plus one unforgettable moment from that conversation, in case you missed it.